So Jacob is on our team as well. I know that he's going to be involved in this morning too. So I'm going to go ahead and start this off. So a couple of things to keep in mind is everybody is muted. So we want you to participate as well. Please use the Q&A to submit any questions that you have. And also we have the chat feature inside the Zoom that allows you to go in and just submit your comments and everything. Just a reminder on your comments and all of that, please feel free to include the attendees, because if you just include the panelists, they can't see what you're posting inside there. So again, use the chat for your comments, use the Q&A for your questions. And some of those questions will probably hold till the end of the class this morning, because a lot of agents might be asking the same thing. So instead of just answering one person, each agent individually, we'll just answer that question for everybody at the end. Also, the sessions will be recorded and emailed along with the post-event survey. Slides also will be available at the end along with the checklist and training materials. So just as a reminder, be prepared to receive all of that at the end of this week as well. And Jacob just jumped on, got his Zoom there. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning, everyone.
Awesome. So the agenda, not the agenda, but the schedule. All right, so day 2 schedule, we have a full packed 3.5 hours or so. So from 9 to 10:20, we have Level Up Your Business with Intentional Branding and Megaphone Workshop. Jacob and I are presenting for this one. Leveling Up Your Business with Intentional Branding Website Workshop. That'll be Jacob and Chris following this class. And then I'll be jumping back in along with Chris to end your morning out with creating a world-class user experience. So we're going to go ahead and jump in here. So the topic this morning is to level up your business with intentional branding and a Megaphone workshop. So there's 4 things that we want to talk about here. Our goal is for you to be able to recognize what a personal brand is and why it's important. The second thing is to create or enhance your own personal brand. The third thing is identifying branding capabilities within Megaphone and Remix Hustle. And then the fourth thing is we want to make sure that you're creating intentional content to share with your sphere using Megaphone and also Remix Hustle. So there are going to be a few things that we're going to live drive this morning, and we'll go as slow as possible so you can stay up to date with this and you'll be able to follow along with this as well. One of the things that they talked about yesterday was creating a free Canva account. So if you went ahead and created that free Canva account, we do have a poll that Jacob is going to push out to everybody. So if you created that free Canva account, just click yes. If you didn't, it's okay. Go ahead and click no. You can still do that after the class this afternoon. I love Canva. Jacob, what do you think about Canva?
Yeah, I think it's really great, especially if you are not an expert in graphic design or anything like that, right? It gives you great templates and really easy to use. So yeah, I know that our team uses it all the time for all the content that we create too. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I love it because you can create a free account and still create graphics and download yourself, so you're not having to pay for anything. And like Jacob said as well, I'm not a graphics person. So for me to use Photoshop or Illustrator or InDesign or some high-end graphics application, it's a big learning curve to learn those. But with Canva, it's pretty simple to use. So the poll is pretty good. He stopped the poll. So 43% or 65% said yes, 35 or 23 said no. And again, it's okay if you haven't. You can go ahead and create that at the end of class today. And don't forget, just go to canva.com, it's canva.com. Awesome. So we'll share the results. And for a second here again, we'll just go ahead and make sure everybody can see those. So 65% said yes, 35% no. And again, if you said no, after class, go and sign up. It's again, you got a free account. There are additional features that you can sign up for, but I love anything that's free. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and stop sharing that. And we'll close that poll out. And we'll go ahead and jump into, what is branding? So branding, all right, is often referred to as the point where how you see yourself and also how others see you, and they overlap each other. It's also been defined as the process of developing a mark that's created around your name or your career. You can also use this mark to express and communicate your skills, personality, and also values. The mark we're referring to isn't necessarily something tangible. Again, it's not something that you can just grab, feel, like that. The branding is the way you leave people and the way they feel after you interact with them. And I think that's extremely important. So let's look at the differences of branding. So branding and marketing are definitely different. So branding, it's all the things that influence how you want someone to think and feel about you. And it should be a representation of what drives your why. And if you're not sure what your why is, you definitely need to focus on that. So branding is made up of logos, taglines, expectations, fonts, colors, promises, visual styles, personalities, and reputation. And again, that branding, that's your thumbprint. Got to stay on top of that. Marketing, on the other hand, is the tangible assets in which the brand is placed. So again, marketing is campaigns, advertising, offers, channels, promotions, media, sales presentations, SEO, and by the way, SEO is search engine optimization, and also leads. So the key to top of mind awareness and the point in which you become incredibly successful is when you pair your brand with your marketing. And so we want to make sure that you're doing that. Now we're going to bring up what we call the personal brand assessment. And we're going to give you a little bit of time to go through here. So what I want you to do is go to rem.ax/brand checkup. And we're going to give you about a minute to go through this. Now, there's about 4 different steps through here, and each one of those steps is going to ask you a series of questions. If you don't finish this within a minute, that's okay. Leave it open. You can finish this at the end of class. And Jacob, so on this brand assessment, it's going to ask them a lot of questions. How important do you think a brand checkup really is for an agent to actually visualize or even prepare for?
I think it's extremely important. I think a lot of agents don't realize that their real estate, activities that they're doing is a brand and it is a business. And so if you're not in that mentality right now, that's what this is going to really help you do. It's going to kind of tell you, hey, you are your own brand. You need to represent that. And here are some key features to really understand that and kind of dive deeper into that. And so this is just a great way, I think, to get started when you think about branding and marketing too.
Yeah, and the thing is, we don't want you to spend a lot of time on it right now, trying to massaging all the language going through this brand assessment. You can do that again at the end of class, go back through it and actually really expand on it. And you can also do it as homework as well. So we're going to go ahead and move on, but keep that tab open so you already know where it's at. It's not timed, it's not going to lock you out or anything like that. But definitely feel free to go through and fill that completely out. Once you get to the end and submit that, you'll actually get a copy of that. They'll send it right back to you. We're not going to post this online for everybody to see with your name on it. Excuse me. So it's going to be really personal for you. So fill that brand assessment out. And again, maybe at the end of the year, come back and revisit that as well, because your brand assessment will change throughout the years and even for next year. So keep that in mind as you start preparing for filling that completely out after the class itself. Now we're going to jump back into the presentation. And first off, I want to thank y'all for completing that survey like we did earlier. Like we said, we also use this information throughout today. You're still working on it. Feel free to come back and finish it again later on the brand survey. So one thing I want to talk about is every interaction with the potential client also impacts brand and ultimately your business. And you get to choose how that happens. So anytime you make a decision about your business, you must also ask 3 questions. Why that decision is being made? What are you hoping to achieve from it? And then how will your customers perceive your brand based on this decision? So when you're looking on the screen here, you have this inflection point where your business grows and business declines. And again, your brand can actually determine how your business is going to grow, or is that going to decline? And again, those 3 questions, make sure that you write those down. Why is that decision being made? Okay, your decision on your branding. What are you hoping to achieve from your branding? And again, how will clients perceive it? So your goal should always be to start consistently meeting your clients and potential clients where they are at their phase of their customer journey while being authentic to their personal brand. And we promise this next part, you are already really good at it. So we got a couple of questions we're going to ask you here, and actually 1 question, and answer this inside the chat, but be sure when you answer inside the chat, please include the attendees so everybody can see this. All right, so inside the chat, what does this mean to you? Who knows what we mean by meet your clients where they are? So in your own words, just a few words you want to respond to that inside the chat. Meet your clients where they are. Now, I'm not saying meeting them at Starbucks or meeting them at Taco Bell, meeting your clients where they are. If you will, just go ahead and submit that inside the chat. We'd like to see some of your answers there. And again, remember to include the attendees on your answers. Somebody just said, understand the individual client's needs and wants. Oh, wow. Everybody's jumping on here. It's going so fast, I can barely
Love that.
read some of them.
Something,
To understand their needs. What is that, Jacob?
see, ask questions to understand what they need to do. It looks like a few people are saying what their needs and wants are. I love that.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to mute myself. Listen to their needs and concerns and provide solutions, not what you might think is best for them. That is so true. One of the things that I'm seeing right here is almost everybody's posting in here to listen. That is really key because a lot of times we over talk and we don't listen to what they're actually saying. Awesome, meeting their needs and concerns. That's really good. And again, don't forget, include the panelists in there as well. Also the attendees, so everybody can see what you're typing in for your answers. Those are great answers. So you already know the ins and outs of the buying and selling process. You already know your local market as well. All you need to do now is give them that information. So in a way that's relevant to them at their stage in their buying and selling process. And you want to make sure that you showcase who you are at every step of that process. So one of the examples is research a phrase, excuse me, versus actively buying versus looking for location, okay? So are they researching for a home right now? Are they actively in the process of buying a home? Or are they looking for a location to either build a home or find a home within a geographical location? My wife and I, we actually went through this phase last year. We sold our home got sold, and then we're like, uh-oh, where are we moving to? Then we started looking at actively buying a home. And then we started looking at locations and we ended up deciding to build a home. So again, there are different phases and you need to understand what phase that they're at, and your branding and marketing can also help that as well. So throughout today, we're going to focus also on how lead nurturing and branding are tied together, but you can take this same approach to all areas of your business as well. So one of the things we want to look at is looking for customizable content. So we have several tools that can help you with this. So Photify, I'm a big fan of Photify, just like the Remax Hustle and just like other tools that Remax provides. Photify, even though it's a third-party app, I'm not a graphics person, and I can go inside there and create almost any kind of graphic that I want to create for my marketing and branding. At the same time, there's so many different images and GIFs available for you that is Remax branded. At the same time, you can also tie that into your Megaphone account. So you can actually create ad images that you can push over to Megaphone. Then of course we have the Remax Hustle, and this allows you to create customized videos. So you have the customized video editor. You can create a customized commercial. You can make a listing video. You can even send a digital welcome mat. So when somebody closes on their home, you can send them a welcome mat, welcoming them into their home itself. You can also highlight your skills and create a hustle graphic. If you've never done the create a hustle graphic, I highly recommend sometime this afternoon or tomorrow, go through remaxhustle.com, create a hustle graphic. I think you'll really enjoy that graphic itself that you can share on all your social media sites. And then you can also create a community message. Here a little bit later on, we're actually going to live drive, going through the Remax Hustle and creating a video. But we also have Megaphone that allows you to go in and create ads that are web ads or either social ads that post on Facebook, Facebook, Google, Waze, and LinkedIn as well. So you have multiple ways that you can go in and actually promote your business and your branding to a geographical area around your market itself by using your social media sites and also Megaphone. Some of the other branding using Remax Tech is you have Remax Megaphone powered by Deluxe that also has the print and digital assets. So pretty much almost anything you can think of creating inside Megaphone, You can create those postcards, those flyers, brochures. So whether you want to print them yourselves or send them through the deluxe, you have that ability itself. One of the things we also want to point out is you have your own website. You can promote your website. It is mobile responsive, but also you can share your branded mobile app to your clients and consumers. One thing I recommend that you do is go inside Megaphone, go inside Booge. Okay, so go to Mac Center, click on the Booge tile, and then once you get in Booge, up on the top, click on the website, and then click on Dashboard. If your website is published, then you have the ability to share your branded mobile app link. Take that branded app link, put it in your email signature, all your marketing materials, flyers, brochures, postcards, whatever it is, but also post it on your social media sites. Why? Because you want to drive traffic to your branded mobile app. And just a reminder, any leads generated on your branded mobile app also stay with you as well. And of course, we also talked about the Remax Hustle. You have multiple ways to brand your business. And we're going to focus on a few ways that we can leverage your websites and other marketing materials that can connect the dots between your brand and your potential clients. So on this next phase that we're going to go through for this class, we're going to talk about Megaphone. And Jacob, he is actually pretty good at Megaphone. So I'm going to turn this over to Jacob now.
Yeah, I love that, we are transitioning talking about branding, and we're going to really utilize the tools that you have available. And like Tim talked about, we're going to do, this is our focus on a workshop about Megaphone. But keep in mind, what we are doing is focusing this in all about your branding. So each one of these aspects of Megaphone that we're telling maybe you the technical parts of, we're doing it all with the intention of talking to you about the branding behind your business. And so we know that you got an introduction into Megaphone yesterday, but we're going to go and really dive deep into how is this going to affect your business. Well, first off, we know that Megaphone is a way that you can really focus on the marketing efforts of your branding, of telling who you are, what kind of listings you have, and a way for you to get leads too. And so we can really sum this up by saying that this is a tool that's going to help you amplify your business and really take it to the next level. And it's going to do that through a few different things, such as advertising. You can post to social media for your listings. You'll have so many different options when it comes to promoting your listings, as well as just the tracking abilities when it comes to your marketing efforts. So we're going to dive into all of that. But we want to let you know that Megaphone really takes all the best parts of what you used to see inside of Design Center and puts it into one systemized workflow. You're not going in all these separate programs. You're using Megaphone when it comes to your marketing. It's very easy, and there's a lot of automated pieces. So that way it takes that heavy lifting off of your plate. Something to keep in mind as well is that this is a mobile friendly application that you can utilize. So you can go ahead and log into Megaphone and on your phone as well. So that way you can make sure while you're on the go that you can still be promoting your brand and promoting a listing as well. Now, what we're going to talk about next is some key details of exactly what you can do inside of this system. There are a lot of different options that you have, but just a few different ones that we want to point out right off the bat. Number one is, again, when I said the best parts of Design Center, when Design Center was decommissioned, is inside of Megaphone 2, is those, creating those custom marketing materials. We know that each one of you has your own needs and wants when it comes to marketing. And so Megaphone has all those different aspects for you when it comes to creating print or digital material that you need for your business. Now that can be for anything about just promoting your business. So if you want to create door hangers or flyers that just are a way to maybe be a lead generation tool, or if you're trying to promote a listing and have a really customized message through that, you have a lot of those different options. You'll also have options to publish to your social media accounts. This is so important. We're going to continue to talk about when it comes to branding and meeting your clients where they are at. Well, a lot of them are on social media, right? A lot of them are online searching you and what you're doing. maybe in that initial step of going to your website or going to your social media to learn more about you, or maybe even see what listings you have. Well, you have the option to upload and post to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And you'll also have some options when it comes to Instagram as well. Not only can you do these social posts, but you can also do social advertisements for your listings that we'll dive into more. Lastly, we wanted to point out that you have the option to not only run ad campaigns that come into promoting your business, to really creating your own campaigns when it comes to lead generation, but you have a way to measure those efforts, which is so important. You have the capability of really easy steps to create some awesome advertisements, some really powerful advertisements, but then you have the backing of analytics behind that. So you get the ability to see, is what I am doing working? Am I sharing my message correctly? And that's so important, again, when we talk about how do we utilize this tool when it comes to your personal brand. So this just gives us an overlook of everything that we can see inside of Megaphone. Now, one of the most important aspects right when you get into the tool itself is you're going to see these 4 different boxes. And this is really where we're going to spend our time through the rest of the Megaphone section, because these 4 boxes make it so simple and easy for you to really get started with utilizing this tool with the different aspects of your business. So we're going to dive into number 1, starting with promote a listing. This is going to take you to all the aspects that you need when it comes to marketing your listings online, or also having some print options too. And this also gives you the added benefit of giving the options to have those social posts and those advertisements for your listings. It really takes all the options of marketing and puts it in one spot, which we'll talk about your listing packet inside of there. The next option, which is a newer option, is the button for promote my business. Now we're talking all about branding and your business. So this is a great option because this is going to give you templated options to promote your branded mobile app, your listing search site, or home valuation site. Now it makes it really simple for you to have a couple of steps just to have a lead generated way to obtain different, not only different leads, but also to promote who you are and what you offer. And so it's really highlighting those things for you without you having to do any of the work. The next option is to create a custom advertisement. And when we talk about how every agent and how your clients have different needs and wants, maybe than a different agent, this is really helpful because this is going to allow you to generate awareness, drive traffic to your website, which hopefully has some great resources, which your Boost websites definitely do, and promote your brand or listings in general. So really the custom ad gives you the freedom to promote your brand in any type of way. The last section is our use content template section. This is going to allow you to create digital and print marketing materials for your business, and really ties into that custom piece where you have a lot of different options for templates and you get to customize which photos go where. You can create, door hangers, you can create flyers, postcards. You have so many different options inside of that section. But let's start by talking about how you can promote a listing. So as I said, this is a key feature inside of Megaphone that really highlights your opportunities when it comes to promoting your listing. As I know, many of you are possibly, going and creating flyers whenever you get that new listing. Maybe you're sending out a social media post, and you may even be having a digital ad that's going out there. And you have to go to all these separate pieces. This promote a listing section puts it all in one spot. So you have the options to see all of your listings, which are syndicated from your MLS. So if you're wondering, do I have to put these listings in? You do not have to. These will syndicate from your MLS, just as they did from Design Center. And you just click on that listing and it's going to give you the option to start promoting a listing. So let's do exactly that. And let's click on one of our listings and tell you what is inside of our listing packet. So this is our listing packet. And our listing packet is going to contain all the opportunities and options that you have when it comes to promoting your listing. Now it's going to start with some printed materials. And these are what I call, the best templated materials. So for an agent who's really just looking to, get out the door and maybe make some small edits, just some content, these are really easy to just click start, and then you can download a PDF or click on order prints and go out the door. So I love that. I love something that's fast and easy to do. And I think that's exactly what this section is for you. The next section is social posts, right? We talked about how meeting your clients where you're at. Well, again, they want to see that you're posting to your business page. They want to see that, hey, I've got some friends and family who are on Instagram or who are on Twitter, and they want to see this listing out there. So I'd love to share it as well. Well, of course, you want to be on top of that and be the one that first posts that. And so you have that option inside of your listing packet. Now, just to clarify, these social posts are just those free posts that you put on your business page. Lastly, you can promote your listing through digital listing ads. And these are either web ads that can go out, think of when you're searching anywhere on the internet, and on either the right-hand side or the left-hand side, you see one of those advertisements pop up. That's what a web ad is, versus a social ad is going to show up on any social media, such as Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Instagram and Waze too. Right below that, what we want to point out too is we have more options for you to really customize the way you promote your listing. Now you can do that by building a custom video through Remax Hustle, which we'll talk more about how that integration works, as well as being able to start a project inside of our content templates. What does that really mean? Well, that gives you custom materials for your listing. It's going to syndicate your listing photos as well as that property information, but it's just going to give you more options for templates and more customization as well. So let's dive into, before we actually dive into the different sections here, we want to say something too of like, this listing packet isn't just available inside of that promote a listing button. The great thing is this is also going to be emailed to you as well. And so all of these opportunities, all these options when we see for marketing are going to be emailed to you just as you received in Design Center. You have these automated listing packets that will be sent to you. Now, this is syndicated from your MLS and is triggered by 3 different options that you could be sent to this email. It could be either a new listing, open house, or price reduction. And these different marketing materials will be updated for each one of these triggers. So just so you know, you'll have those options emailed to you. This is a great tool. So that way you don't even have to go inside of Megaphone. You can click on that email just to get started for maybe, let's say, a brochure or a flyer. You can also click inside of this email to start that social post. So you have all the opportunities to really make sure that you are on top of it when it comes to promoting a listing. So again, make sure that you are utilizing these when they are sent to you. It's a great option inside of Megaphone to really make sure that you are staying on top of serving your clients and keeping a consistent relationship as well. Now, let's dive into some of the key sections that are very different inside of Megaphone that really enhance your listing. And the first one is those free social posts that we started talking about. Again, these free social posts are extremely important because this gives you the opportunity to make sure that you are meeting clients where they are at when it comes to social media. I think about everyone, I hate saying the millennial generation, but I will say that I know I'm a part of that. And everyone is on social media looking to find out more about what your brand is, right? And so when you go to a social media page and you see it blank, or you don't see anything posted, it's maybe a warning sign of that I don't really want to engage in that business, or I don't want to contact that person. It's the same thing as a real estate agent, right? Is when people come into your social media site, they want to see your new listings there. They want to see exactly what you have when it comes to maybe open houses too. It just may be a point of reference where that's easy for them to look at first. And so inside of Megaphone, you can create these free social posts that are extremely easy. Just as you saw with those printed materials that I talked about, you can just connect your social media account. So that's your business page for Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You connect those accounts easily through your settings, and then you can post directly to your business page. What's great about these social posts too, is it's creating the graphic for you. So you don't have to, when we talked about how, Tim and I don't like to become, we're not graphic designers, right? And so we love stuff that's done for us and that we don't have to create any graphics or do any customization. That's exactly what these social posts are done for you. It's going to give them a URL that's going to go to your listing site there, as well as have that graphic and a description. You can change around that description as well and also change the photo for that social post. So great option to really highlight your listings. Again, that can be done for a new listing, open house, price reduction, or you can do that social post at any single time as well. Now, another great tool when it comes for promoting your listings and really highlighting this for your clients too, is by creating digital listing ads. Now, these are templated listing ads, and we say that because these are templated to your listing. So what that means is it's creating that graphic based off of your listing. So you have two different options for that. And that is number one, these web ads. And again, that is a great way to really target where people are searching on the internet and making sure that you get in front of them for your listings. And then of course, too, as we talked about, so many people are on social media and different social media, that social advertisements are a great tool as well. So let's dive first into our Megaphone templated web ads and what you have for options with that. So for our templated web ads, these are really key because this really gives you the option, if you have had any experience maybe with posting to, or you try to create a Google advertisement or any type of ad on the web, it's a very complicated process. And so if you're not sure exactly what to do, it can become very cumbersome. So what I love about any advertisements that are through Megaphone are they are really simple. They give you about 4 to 5 steps, and that's exactly what this is going to do for you too for your listing. So it's first going to ask you, what's your focus when it comes to this web ad? What we mean by that is this a new listing, a open house, price reduction, or is this just sold, right? So just sold is great to promote again, right? If you have something that maybe just sold within a couple days or something like that, always great to do an advertisement there to generate some leads and some traffic to your site too. So you get to choose between those different options. You actually also get another option that you do not have to have any focus for that ad too. Then what you're going to do is you're going to have some options to really customize how you want this to look a little bit. So you can change out that main listing image. You can see on your right-hand side here that we have that web ad design that's already created for us, but you can change out that listing image. So, if you have a spectacular kitchen that you want to highlight, that's something that you may want to change that image out to. Now, again, the next part that I really love about these advertisements is you have the option to target where these are going. And you have the option to see how many people are really going to be able to see this advertisement and interact with it. So you can target different locations, multiple locations in your area, but you can also target where exactly what type of websites this is going to. So what we mean by that is there's different categories that you can choose from, such as maybe real estate or even things like home and garden, waterfront, different things like that. You can choose where these go, and it'll start targeting certain interest for different consumers as well. So again, these templated web ads have a high focus, of course, on your listing, but this is a way for you to generate leads and awareness of your business, right? So you're going to be taking them to your website, your listing there, and they are going to be your leads from there. So this is not only a great way to share with your client that, hey, I'm doing an advertisement every single time. You can choose how much you would like to spend, but that's a great way to make sure that you include that in listing presentations. So that way you can really say, this is what I do for you. This is my service for you every single time, right? And that again, that cost could be anything that you would like to spend on these too. Now, the other aspect is we talked about templated web ads, but again, we talked about your clients are not only just on a web, but they're definitely on social media too. So we want to make sure for when it comes to promoting your listing, that we're also highlighting your listings on social media. Well, before we even dive into this, what I want to say, which I think is incredible, is that because you are a US core agent, one of the great aspects is that Remax does post every single time you have a new listing. You will have a Facebook advertisement that goes out for you up to 1 free week. And so again, when I look at your listing presentations, or I look at the way you are getting business and you are getting listings, that you want to make sure that you highlight that every single time I have a new listing, I promote this on Facebook and I do an advertisement for you. And I can actually show you those analytics, because everything that I just said there is true. And you don't even have to put any money towards that initial Facebook advertisement. Now, of course, when we look at this, we want to say too that you definitely have the opportunity to create advertisements, not just on Facebook, but you can do that through these templated social ads through Google, as we said, Facebook, Instagram, and Waze. Just so you know, if you're not familiar with Waze, Waze is a navigation app that also has some social aspects to that too. And so you can go ahead and create these templated social ads that focus on your listing. Again, it's going to create the graphic for you. It's even going to give you the description, but you choose the different style that you would like to have for each one of these types of ads. You can also change out that description. And just so you know too, with each one of these advertisements, it's going to generate leads back into your CRM. So what we mean by that is it's going to funnel those leads into your CRM. You're going to be notified that that came from Megaphone. And so it's all going and working together, right? I look at our systems and, not just Megaphone, but we see here that this is really looking at our entire Remax ecosystem to work for your business. So again, we look at the different ways that you can promote your business and see that we have these web advertisements, but then we're hitting the other side too by maybe promoting through social media as well. So just a great opportunity to look at how you can stay on top of promoting your listings. Now, the next section that we want to talk through from Megaphone is we talked about how you can promote your listings, but now how can we talk about promoting your business, right? We're talking about your personal branding, meeting your clients where you're at, how you can generate more traffic and awareness to what you are offering as a real estate agent. Well, this next tab inside of Megaphone is called Promote My Business. And this is a great section because this makes it really simple to create an advertisement that is focused on your business and what you offer and the resources that you have. Now, these are key resources that can be found on your Booz website, such as your mobile app, your listing search site, as well as the home valuation site. So what's great about each one of these sections is it really is a lead generating activity that's going to funnel back to you and make sure those are your leads. So let's go through how this works in a little bit more detail here. So you see here, again, I referenced that you get to select those 3 different templates that we talked about, really highlighting those different resources that you can have. But once you go ahead and do that, you have the option to then go and name that advertisement. And then just as I said before, that destination URL, so for example, your mobile app, is going to already be populated there for you for your mobile app that comes to your website. Now, let's go ahead and take a moment and say here, okay, how do I make sure my mobile app is published and that everyone can click on that and goes to the right website? If you do not have your agent website published right now, as Tim said, one of the things that we definitely recommend doing is going to your Booz platform inside of Mac Center, click on that website drop-down menu, go to dashboard and click on publish. Our next class too is going to talk all about how you can start using your website when it comes to intentional branding. And so make sure to stay on for that class too, to learn a little bit more about your website. But if you click publish on that website, it's going to be a great opportunity to make sure that you can receive leads through there, as well as ensure too that your mobile app can be found on your website. So just as a point of reference there, but your destination URL, like I said, for your mobile app, if you chose that as your template, it's going to take them directly to how they can sign up for your mobile app. What are the different options and opportunities when they use your Remax branded mobile app? So very simple and easy. And the last section here with the Promote My Business is just a section where you're going to pay for that last section and you're going to then post that out. So again, 3 simple steps. You can choose how much you want to spend on this, where you want this to go, but this is an awesome opportunity when it comes to promoting your brand. A very, very focused templated option. So if you're someone like me and you want something easy and you want to go ahead and generate leads, then definitely post this out and utilize this. However, we know that maybe you want a different section. Tim, can you go to the next slide here? Sorry.
Yes.
So I know I just talked about this a little bit, but this is the option where the third step is choosing the location, right? How far you want this to go and how much you want to spend. Again, you can choose how much you want to spend here, but what I recommend everyone doing, and we're going to do this through an activity soon here, is we're going to create a custom web ad with you, which we'll talk about in just 1 second. But with either the promote my business as well as the custom web ad, we really recommend just try out maybe a $10 advertisement or spend $25 and generate some awareness to your branding today, right? Just see what is offered and really how these web ads work. And it's definitely worth, at least if you can receive 1 lead or just some awareness more about your brand or your website, that definitely is going to give you more opportunities and more exposure. Now, again, as I said before, the promote my listing section is more of those templated options that do drive people to awareness of your business. But you also have an option through Megaphone, which is our next section, which is to create a custom web ad. So what's the difference between promote my business and custom web ad? Well, again, promote my business is very templated. It's really focused on those 3 sections. We're creating a custom web ad gives you all the opportunities that you can have when it comes to promoting your business, maybe even a listing, or really any way to generate leads to your website. So this is a 5-step process. So again, if you're someone who has any experience when it comes to Google advertisements or just advertising online, you can probably see that 5 steps seems way simpler than all the things you have to do when it comes to posting anywhere else. So again, simplicity is best, especially when it comes to how do I generate more traffic? How do I receive more leads? How do I really say what my brand is? Well, advertising is the way to go, especially in the digital aspect. So for these custom web ads, let's go to the next slide here and kind of talk about how can we do this in those simple 5 steps here. Well, number 1, you have the option to upload your own media. So for this section here, you get the option if you want to go to Canva and you want to select maybe a great graphic that you've created or something that really is going to highlight all the different aspects of your business. Or maybe you say you have your own type of logo that you have if you're a team, right? This is a great opportunity for you to use that custom image to really highlight who you are and to get that branding out there. Not only that though, not only can you put the custom images in, but as Tim and I talked about before, you can actually utilize either Remax Hustle or Photify. So for Remax Hustle, you can create any type of video, let's say, for example, a commercial or this supporting your local community to really highlight and post that as an advertisement, right? You can use any of those videos, download those and put them up into your advertisement, which we're going to show you how to do that soon here. But you can also utilize Photify too. And Photify is a great tool when it comes to creating content for not only your social media and maybe even your website, but also content that really pops out when it comes to an advertisement. So the great thing is inside of Photify, in one of your templates, you'll see a section called Megaphone. And inside that section, anything that you do inside of there, you can publish it to your Megaphone account. And what that does is going to allow you to select any of those graphics you've done that with to use your web ad. So we talked number 1, okay, I can upload my media. Well, where am I going to send people to and where do I want them to click on? Because again, I want them doing something with this advertisement, not just looking at it. Well, number 2 is you can select the destination website or page. As we talked about here, we know that your Boosh websites is a powerful resource that you already have provided by Remax. So send them to there, or if you want to highlight, hey, I can help you with your real estate needs, highlight the buyer's guide on your website, on your Boosh website, your seller's guide, because that's already done for you and you can customize that as well. Number three, you select the different categories that you want to send this advertisement out to. Again, you're having the opportunity to really show the different interests that are out there, and you can select up to 5 different categories. What you'll notice before or right below the different templated options is that you can actually choose between more categories as well that have already been placed there. And lastly, you're selecting your location where you would like this to be posted out to. So you can choose multiple locations, and then you're just going to pay for that advertisement, which is our 5th step that you're not seeing on here. So again, when I think of these different advertisements, these are really giving you all the options. They're really talking about how you can generate awareness to your brand, but also really powerful when it comes to lead generation. Now, our last tool, we've spent a lot of time talking about the digital aspect, but what about, do I have opportunities when I create my marketing materials, either for my brand or my listings, when some more custom materials? And you absolutely do inside of our content template section in Megaphone. So that's our last button on our dashboard there. And what this is going to do is going to allow you to create digital and print materials that you can easily download, or you can also order directly through this section. And this is ordered through Deluxe. And so let's kind of go into what is offered inside of this section a little bit more too. Now, we want to highlight first here to make it as easy as possible that, as we talked about, this is really where you're seeing that best parts of Design Center have been moved to Megaphone. That's really, you're really going to see that highlighted inside this section here, because we want to highlight just how much and how important it is that we know that we want everything to be streamlined for you, right? So the design, being able to download it and then print all of that in one place, right? You can do that all in one place. But what we want to highlight is inside your listing packet, please notice that you do have those printed materials already created for you. And so you can edit those contents inside there, and you can download those or order them directly from that section as well. But if you're looking for something a little bit more, again, this content template section is going to allow you to have some more options when it comes to marketing materials for your listings. And as I said too, with your personal brand too. Now, something we'll talk about in just 1 minute here too, is there is listing automation too for those print and digital marketing materials like we talked about. So those emails that are sent to you, you can easily utilize those at any time. Now, what's included inside of our content template section? It's a really key question to be asking here, right? This is going to have options for print and digital, like we said here, right? So for print, you can have options for postcards, brochures, flyers, and you can see much more there. And same thing for digital here. We have e-postcards, flyers, newsletters, and much more too. Your team is really working to build as much templates and much options for customization as possible for you in this section. So again, that's kind of our last section. But before we move on from Remax Hustle or onto Remax Hustle here, what we want to highlight is 2 key things about Megaphone that we want to make sure that you get set up inside your settings. Number 1 is marketing automation. We talked a lot about automation, how that's already kind of done through the listing packet, but let's take it a step further. And a way we can do that is inside of your settings, you're going to see a section called listing automation. And what this is going to do is give you the opportunity to set up automated processes every single time you have a new listing, open house, or press reduction. So what that means is you can either do that for a web advertisement, or you can do that for a Facebook post, Twitter post, or LinkedIn post. And so what that means is every single time you have a new listing, either that web ad or those social posts can go out on behalf for you. So we showed you how those social posts were created inside your listing packet. Well, these are done for you automatically. We showed you how that digital listing ad can be created for you on web advertisements. Well, this is done for you. So again, anything that can be done for you and that you can set up to make it very simple, that's exactly what we want to highlight for you. And so my biggest takeaway for today, this is literally my favorite part of Megaphone, because it makes it so hands off that when every single time you have a new listing, it's going to post that out to, you can do that social post, or again, you have the option for that web ad as well. And so please check this out inside your settings section in Megaphone. Set up your listing automation because it's going to post this out for you. And it's a great section to highlight your listings and make it really simple for you too. The other section that we want to highlight too is we talked how you have the option when it comes to advertising, right? We see two different sections of, or a lot of different sections of how you can advertise. Well, how do you know what you're doing is working? And how can you improve that or see, I see that this ad is doing awesome. I want to post more things that are similar to that. Well, what you have is inside of Megaphone in your dashboard section, right below those 4 boxes that we talked about, you have all the analytics and tracking that you can have. Such as you can track how many leads you're getting, engagement, awareness, and even see top performing ads. So this is going to show you, when we think of engagement, I think of that's the amount of clicks that you have, whereas our awareness, right, is how many views as someone's scrolling. That's what it's really talking about there for all of your Megaphone ads. I also love the top performing ad because that's going to show you, again, that's been working really well. Let's do something similar to that. And right below that, what you're going to see is you can view all the details for any of the ads that you have posted out. And you can also share your ad performance. So this is one, again, probably one of my second greatest features inside of here is those. I want to highlight those social ads that are done on your behalf, right? You can go back in and see that Facebook ad that's done on your behalf. And you can actually share that ad performance with your client, because when you click on one of those advertisements inside this section, you'll see on your right-hand side a link that you can send them that will update in real time to see exactly the amount of performance, maybe the amount of views, clicks, any leads as well coming from that advertisement. So when I think of Megaphone, what we are really looking at is an all-encompassing tool that focuses on so much of your branding. And yes, of course, when it comes to your listings, that's a huge important piece, but also when it comes to your personal branding in general to generate leads. What we want to also highlight here, though, is we talked through how you can integrate other tools such as Remax Hustle and Photify. So Tim, can you talk to us a little bit about what Remax Hustle is and how we can start utilizing this for our branding too?
Yeah, definitely. And before we jump into Remax Hustle, I want to thank everybody for submitting your questions and everything. We are holding some of those for the end of the class because basically agents are asking that same question, but maybe in a different way. So as a reminder, if we didn't answer your question, be patient with us. We will answer those at the end of class. So the next tools we're going to discuss are integrated with Megaphone, and it's called Remax Hustle and also Photify. So with both of these tools, you can create awesome graphics and videos, and then you can use those inside Megaphone. So the first one we're going to talk about is Remax Hustle. I'm a big fan of Remax Hustle because it pretty much takes the guesswork out of you being able to create marketing videos or even the hustle graphic. All you have to do is enter some basic information. You can create highly professional quality content for Remax commercials, listing videos, also infographics, and even other videos that are branded to you as well. And you can promote your business, and it also helps engage with your customers. Now, the new editor tool, you can use that to highlight a new property or show off yourself or team. You can also pick music that goes along with your video, or you can even keep it simple and just use a customized commercial that you've used in the past as well. And then also, once you've created a video with Remax Hustle, there's a couple of things that you can do with that. You can download that video. You can upload it to by creating a web ad inside Megaphone. You can also post it onto your YouTube channel or your Vimeo or your Wistia or even your social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, and some of those other social sites. Again, any of these videos that you create, you can customize them. They're really simple, 2 to 3 steps to walk through to add your information and everything. And in a few minutes, we'll actually live drive some of that. So on this one, we're going to show you a quick video here.
Meet the Remax Hustle Video Editor, our newest tool for agents. Designed to help you create professional quality videos for every need. Make an epic listing announcement with music, graphics, filters, the works. Or a super simple team member introduction for Instagram. Create videos for self-promotion, community outreach, or market updates. If you've got the vision, The Remax Hustle video can help you bring it to life. Personalize it, then share it. Ready to get started? Check out some inspirational videos made with the editor. Then jump in. And don't worry, you'll see tutorials along the way. Let's do this.
Awesome. So Remax Hustle, again, is really simple to use. We're going to live drive some of that here in a few minutes. But before we do that, Jacob, I'm a big fan of Photify because I love the graphics and everything else and ease of use. What do you think about Photify?
I agree with you, Tim. Photify is great when it comes to content creation. As we said before, I think it's really difficult sometimes if you're not a graphic designer, and we're talking all about marketing, promoting your brand, promoting your listings, and you just kind of look at it like, I need something quick on the go that I really need to make sure that stands out to anyone that I'm trying to attract awareness to my brand or my listings. And Photify really works well for that. Some aspects of Photify, if we can go to our next slide here, that I think are really key is that this is a content creation app that really allows you to have custom artwork that's branded to you and to Remax as well. But this is not only, again, promoting your business, but it's also going to promote any personal properties that you have there too. So again, you have the options to go to your listings, even maybe if you have, depending on your MLS, if you have the option to post about it coming soon or anything like that, this is a great tool to do that in a fun and interactive way. You can add stickers and graphics, you can add text, you can crop, you can really edit the photo however you would like to do that, all from Photify, while making that branded and interactive as well. So we'll kind of get in just 1 second here of what those details are with Photify. But before we do, I want to point out is if you're wondering how you can get started while I'm talking, you can start right now by going to photify.com/Remax-invite, and that will allow you to get started. It will give you a free trial, and then it will be about $4 a month, just so you know. So please go to that website to see how you can get started. Again, if you utilize Photify and it's not Remax branded, you already see what the capabilities are. And so this is really giving you a great deal on an awesome product that is out there too. So let's kind of talk through what are the different sections and design opportunities that you have inside of this. Well, again, what we love about Photify is that these are eye-catching designs to promote your brand. And so when I think about social media and really creating the content for that, sometimes it's really, really hard to know what should I be posting, or I want to make it more reference to my brand. How do I go and do that without having to create, without having to create my own graphic necessarily? Photify is perfect for that because it has those eye-catching designs for you. It's going to give you templates, artwork, and stock photos that you can do so much with. And so you don't have to go and purchase all these different aspects, or like you don't have to go inside of Photoshop and then utilize that to post it to social media. This is going to allow you to have a really eye-catching designs, but you can directly post to your social media accounts or even send via email. So all those different aspects, when you think of social media marketing, Photify is a great way to get started. And I will say, especially for social media too, that Photify is a mobile application. However, this is a great opportunity for you just to publish it directly to your social accounts. When we're talking about social media, sometimes I think we get so lost in, I have to do this, I have to have it on a set schedule, and I'm going to forget. And how do I make sure to stay on top of it? Well, you can receive push notifications inside of Photify reminding you to post content. So again, if you're looking at this of, I want to learn to make sure that I'm posting stuff to Instagram, I see the opportunity with that social media inside my real estate business. I want to be on the cutting edge. So that way, if that's the case and you're really feeling that way, what we really recommend is put yourself those get those push notifications set up inside of Photify. So that way you're being reminded to send out those weekly posts, or if you want to do it twice a week, whatever it might be. Again, with Photify, why we are pointing out such a great tool is that it's going to give you a way to add branded gifts and stickers to your texts and emails. Everyone loves those fun interactive gifts and stickers, and those Remax branded ones. So if you're wondering where you see those those are inside of Photify. And so make sure to check those out. start utilizing them. This is a great application to really make not just your branding really stand out, but I would say make it more interactive, right? Everyone is posting images on social media. It is a great, if you have the just a text for that you publish out there, it's less likely to be seen versus when you have an image and text on your social accounts, and then even video too. And so this is a great opportunity to really be more interactive with your branding on social media. Well, let's go through exactly how you can get started for this. I know I gave you that website before, but we want to give you that opportunity for some homework here, just to get started and to try this out. As we said, for everything today, we're focusing on your personal branding. And so we really want to highlight how you can get started. So go to photify.com /Remax-invite, click on get started there. And then you will need your Remax ID to sign up. Your Remax ID can be found in your Max profile. If you're not sure exactly how to access your Max profile, please make sure to go to Max Center, log in with your @Remax.net credentials. And in the upper right-hand corner, you should either see your photo or a Remax balloon. And then right when you click on that, you'll see a section that says update profile there too. Plenty of videos on how to do that on Remax University as well that can help you through those processes. But once you get started and you sign up with your account, what you're going to do is then download the Photify app through your app store. And so you can either do that on your through the iOS app store or on the Google app store as well. And then Tim, can you go to the next slide here? Then you're going to search for Photify. After you find Photify, just download the app, and then you'll use the information that you signed up with to log in. And then you can start utilizing Photify with all the Remax branded opportunities. So again, use this as an option to try it out if you're not utilizing it right now, but this is a great way to really set up some key details with branding. But as we talk about Photify here, we want to take you into our activity that's going to help you see how you can create a custom web advertisement when it comes to Megaphone. And we're going to show you also that you have options to utilize the Remax Hustle and Photify for that content.
Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to go live. So basically, we are going to build an ad together. So you'll see this link on the screen. This is case sensitive, rem.ax. Go ahead and write this down. So it's rem.ax/2 capital P, capital Y, capital K, the number 4, capital C, and then G. So it's 2 Papa Yankee Kilo 4 Charlie Golf, capital P, capital Y, capital K, capital C. Now, when you go to that URL, it's actually going to open up this document. Now, this document, we're going to walk through basically using a Remax Hustle video or creating a Remax Hustle video, downloading that video, and then we're going to go inside Megaphone, from Max Center and create an ad from that video that we just created. Now, you'll have access to this document that you can download, and you can go back and recreate this over and over again. But I'm going to walk through this. And if you want to open up a new tab, or make sure that you go inside Max Center. So go to www.remax.net. You can look for the tile inside Max Center that is called Remax Hustle, or you can just even go to remaxhustle.com. But in either case, we're still going to need you inside Max Center, because after we create the video on Remax Hustle, we are going to need you to log in to Megaphone, because we are going to create an ad inside there. So once you open up that tab and you go to this link, you've got that document that's there. That is great. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and live drive. So the first thing this document says is we're going to go to Remax Hustle. So we switch over to the screens, and I'm going to jump over to Remax Hustle. And here we are on Remax Hustle. So I'm going to pause for a minute and make sure that everybody's getting caught up here. So once you're on Remax Hustle, inside the chat, just type "got it," or just say "I'm there." We want to make sure that we're giving everybody a chance to go to remaxhustle.com, because that way we're going to go ahead and create a video inside here. And we're going to walk through this slowly. So even though you might not be able to see my screen, if you're just on your laptop, and you go to remaxhustle.com and you can't see what I'm doing, I will walk slowly enough and give you specific directions so that way you can follow along with us here. Awesome. We got a lot of people saying, got it, got it, got it. So again, remaxhustle.com, H-U-S-T-L-E, Remax, REMAXHUSTLE.com. We'll give about another 10 seconds for everybody else to get caught up on this. And 9, 6, 4, 2. All right, so on Remax Hustle, the one that we're going to create is called Create a Community Message. It's going to be on the bottom right side in that blue little tile. What I want you to do is go ahead and click on Create a Community Message. Now, when you click on Create a Community Message, excuse me, it's going to take you through a couple of steps. The first thing is there's a default video that is inside here that we're going to use for this message. Now, I'm going to go and play the video because I think it's important for you to see what's inside this video. Oops, sorry about that. Did not mean to start that over, but I am going to jump to the end of this. And so through these steps, what we're going to do is we're going to upload an image for basically it's going to be a photo of somebody, right? An agent or who you are and all that. We're going to enter your name and some basic information for this video itself. And then we're going to create this video. So the first step is we'll scroll down and it's going to ask for contact information. Now, the first thing that we can click on is the branding. So is this just a regular Remax branded video that we want to create? Is this a Remax collection video? And each time you click on that drop down for the brand logo, you'll notice on the right for that video box, it's going to change based upon the selection that you select from this drop down. In this example, I'm going to select Remax. The name is going to ask for your name. So you're going to type in your name. And I'll just use my daughter as an example here. And she's not a broker, but I'm gonna put this in there anyway. And she has her ABR, CRS, CIA, FBI. I'm kidding. So inside your titles, you can put in your title. Are you a broker? Or you're a broker associate? Are you an agent? Do you have different designations, ABR, CRS, or any of those designations? You can also put those in your title as well. The office name, you'll put in your office name. And then your phone number, you'll definitely put in your phone number. So as you put in your phone number, you'll just type it in. Now, one of the things that I've seen other agents try to do is enter multiple phone numbers inside here. It will not allow you to do that. You can only enter in one phone number. And again, as you start entering your contact information, you'll notice it populates over on the right side. Same thing as email address. Enter the email address for yourself or for your team. And again, same as the phone number, you can only put in one email address inside there. So again, we are inside the Remax Hustle. So if you go to remaxhustle.com, click on create a community video. This is where we're at, and we're scrolling down to the contact information. Now, once you select your logo, your first name, last name, title, your office name, phone numbers, and email addresses, some states also require that the broker name be larger in font size than the agent's name. So you'll notice when you click on that checkbox to the right, that font size will change for the office name. Some states also require that a phone number displays as well. So you can add that phone number. And there's also a plus sign. If you click on that plus sign, you can add your license number and or MLS number. And again, just make sure that you're aware or cognizant of your state's real estate rules and regulations in regards to office font size, phone numbers, and also requiring license numbers or MLS numbers. In this example, we're just going to keep that unchecked. We're going to keep this pretty simple. So we've added our contact information, and then to the right, we're going to upload a headshot. So when you browse, you can upload a headshot. If you don't have one right now, that's okay. You can skip this part of it. But I'm going to go ahead and go to my folder. I'm going to select my photo and click upload. And when I click upload, it's going to give me the option to crop this image or adjust how this image is going to be displayed inside this video. So I can click on it. I can drag that box anywhere I need to drag it for that image. I can even size it down a little bit further if I wanted to. In this case, I'm going to keep this pretty straightforward in this part. And then I'm going to click done. So again, change the headshot allows you to upload a photo for you to put inside this backdrop or on this video itself. Pretty simple for step one, your contact information, and then you're able to upload your photo. Now, before we click on to step two, if you've completed step one, just inside the check, just say, got it. We'll give you a second here for y'all to complete this. So remaxhustle.com, click on the community. Once you click on the community, scroll down, enter your contact information, and then to the right, upload your photo. If you have a photo, if you don't have a photo, you can skip it for right now. Again, you can always come back and recreate these. So once you create it, it doesn't stay the same. You can always come back and recreate this. All right, so we got quite a few people that's already got it. So we're going to scroll down to step two. Now, don't panic. To your right side, you're going to see the video. It looks like it's cutting that video off. It's actually zoomed in so you can see what this looks like. So it's not cutting off the image here. Again, it's just zooming in so you can see what this looks like. Over on your left side on number 2, add a personal message. You can click the checkbox for I am here. And on the right side of your video, underneath your name, contact information, office name, and all that, you're going to see the quote, I am here in quotation marks. If you want to select I am ready to work with you, you can do the same thing. Or you can select I am available to answer any questions that you have. So that's in quotes as well. But you also have the option to create a custom question as well. So in this example, we're just going to click I am here for you. We're going to keep that simple. So number 2, click the checkbox I am here. And then let's scroll down. And this last step is really simple. All we're going to do is click create video. Now, when you click the create video, it is going to go through the process of creating this video. Now, once the video is done, it's going to open up and it's going to have the video displayed in the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and click play for the ones that were just watching what we're doing here, so you can see the video that we just created. Now you'll notice that all the photos, the content and everything displays right at the end of the video, branding it to you. To the bottom right of this video, once you've created this video, you can share it to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and you can also email it to yourself. To the left, you can copy the link to this video and put that inside your email signature, post it on social and everything else. But you also have the option to download this video. So what I want you to do right now is go ahead and click download this video. So I'm going to go ahead and click download the video. And you'll notice on the bottom left-hand side that I got this little drop down that said my video has been downloaded. Now, you have to know where this video is being downloaded to. I have a downloads folder. So if you know where your video is being downloaded to, you can use that in a few minutes. So that's how easy it is to go ahead and actually create a video inside here. Now, let's jump back over to Max Center. Inside Max Center, remember earlier I said to get to Remax Hustle, go to remax.net, log in, and then look for the Remax Hustle tile, click on it. Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to go inside Max Center, remax.net, and we're going to look for the Megaphone tile. And if you don't have it as one of your favorites, you can always click on Apps. And then from your apps, we're going to select all. And then we're going to look for the Megaphone tile and click on the Megaphone tile. So one of the questions is, can this be done on your phone? Actually, it can be done on your phone. You just have to be a little patient because the phone's a little bit smaller. So you have to zoom in a little bit on some things. But yes, you can do this on your phone. Now, once you click on Megaphone, it's going to bring you over to your dashboard. Now, once you've got inside Megaphone, just inside the chat, just say, I'm there. And we're waiting for everybody to get caught up to the megaphone. So some are saying in, I'm there, in, awesome. All right, now, once you're inside Megaphone, what we're gonna look for is, we're gonna click on create a custom ad. So that's the third little tile on the dashboard of Megaphone. When you click on create a custom ad, it's going to give you some basic information inside here. Use appropriate images. Make sure you have the rights to use the images. Keep text short and sweet. We're using a video, so this really kind of doesn't apply to us. But if you're creating an image that you want to upload, somebody earlier asked about listings. You have a listing that's coming soon. You can use Photify to create an image that you can upload into Megaphone of a listing that's coming soon. So also anything that's expired or something like that that you're trying to target, you can create those images inside Photify and push those over. So anyway, bottom right side of Megaphone, we're going to click Start Building Ad. Now, when we click Start Building Ad, the first step is to either upload an image or upload a video. Now, this is why I think it's pretty important. Inside Photify, there is a Megaphone template tile that allows you to create images and that you can push up to Megaphone. Or if you're a graphics person, if you know how to create images based upon sizes, you can create those images and upload them yourself. In this example, we're going to use a video. So the video that you just downloaded from Megaphone, we are going to click Browse inside that box, and then we're going to Downloads. And you'll notice that I've downloaded this video multiple times, different versions, of course. And I'm going to select the most recent one, and we're going to click Open. Now, this is going to take about a second or so, and for this video to upload. And as we're waiting, there it goes. It's going to process, and it's going to make sure that the formatting and everything is correct. Now, once everything is all correct, then it allows us to click Continue at the bottom. Now, for some reason, we selected a video and that's the wrong video. We can always replace that video with an image or another video. But in this example, we're going to go ahead and click Continue. So once you've uploaded the video, click Continue. Step number 2 is we're going to name this. Now, the name is for your purpose only. And again, the name has to be unique. It can't duplicate the name. It's going to be displayed to you, not to anybody else, not to the public or anything like that. So in this example, I'm going to type in community message. But then I'm going to do today's date. So today's date is 6-3-21. And one of the reasons I put the date on is if I do multiple community messages, I might do those on different dates. And so those dates is what's going to be the unique identifier for that name itself. Where would you like them to go when they click on that ad? Here, you can direct them to anywhere. You can direct them to your Facebook business page. You can direct them to your Booge website, or even a specific page within your website itself. In this example, we just have the domain name that's inside there. Always make sure you put in the HTTPS, the 2 forward slashes, www dot, whatever that URL is going to be that you want to direct them to. Once everything is set inside here, so you have your name, you have the link that they're going to, you can click Continue. Now, if you're kind of hesitant about what domain you can put inside there, if you want to just put Google for right now, that's fine. You're not going to post this, okay, if you're not ready for it. When we get to the end, you don't have to post. But in order to walk through these steps, if you don't have a domain name that you want to use, just use remax.com if you want to. HTTPS : the 2 forward slashes, www.remax.com. The goal right now is to get that continue button to turn red. Once it turns red at the bottom, we'll click Continue. Now, we are in what's called the categories section. And the categories is basically what type of websites do you want your ad to be displayed on? So for example, what if you have a property that is on a golf course and you want that property to, or this ad to be displayed on websites in regards to golf courses? Well, the first thing is we definitely want to make sure it's on real estate websites, but we can also select sports, which also includes golf, right? Well, we also have other categories as well at the bottom, and you can select up to 5 different categories from here. So at the bottom of this page, you'll notice it says plus add a website category. When you click on plus add a website category, as we start scrolling through, I'm looking for golf. Awesome, it's golf. So there's a golf course close by, but you know what? Maybe this is a waterfront property. So guess what? People love to fish if they have waterfront properties, right? Or they just maybe like the view. So there's different options or categories that you're selecting from here. So again, what you're selecting is categories or websites that you would like for this ad to be displayed on. Once you select your different categories, just make sure you click add website categories. And again, you can select up to 5. You don't have to select 5, but the max is that you can select 5. Once you select those categories, bottom right, click continue. And then this is where you're going to select your locations. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can do this, and it's an either or, it's not both. The first way is when I click on the map, I'm going to zoom out, and I am going to select a location on the map. I'm going to say Silverthorne, and you'll notice that it drops a pin as I select that location on the map. So in Silverthorne, there's a home that we're listing, but you know what? This could be a second home. So where are people going to be buying a second home from? So it could be Denver, it could be Boulder, it could be Colorado Springs. So you can select the different locations that you would like for this ad to be displayed on those websites that you selected earlier. So again, what we're doing is we're creating a geofence for this ad to display within these specific areas. So the one way you can do that, again, is by clicking on the map. The other option is by typing in the city names. And again, this is an either or, it's not both. So if you search for the city names, it'll drop the pin that's on there. And as you zoom out, you'll notice that the pin drops there. And by default, it's still going to be 15 miles. And you're not going to be able to change that distance. If you want to change the distance, you have to click and do the pin drops. Once you add your cities inside there, go ahead and click continue. And this is where you're going to select your budget. So you can optimize the budget based upon a spend, or you can even schedule this ad as a reminder. If you're going to schedule an ad, you need to do this at least 48 hours prior to the time that you want this ad to run, because it does have to go through an approval process. To the right side, you have a summary of your ad that's going to be displayed. Further down, we have fund your ad. So how much money do you want to spend on this ad? You can select visibility, 7 days, exposure $2 to $6,044. And the amount changes based upon the number of visibilities or exposures or eyeballs on that ad. You also have the option to do a custom amount as well. So if you only want to spend $10, just type in $10, right? So the minimum, again, is $10. So if you want to spend $10, and that could vary from 1 day up to 7 or 8 days, it all depends. Payment option, you also want to make sure that that is updated, select the terms, and then once you have payment funds inside the wallet and everything, the bottom right, you can click submit and pay. That's how easy it is to go through and create these ads inside Megaphone. And pretty much inside Megaphone, every ad setup is going to be the exact same way, exact same 5 steps. Upload your ad, name your URL, platform targeting, location targeting, summary, and pay. It's all the same steps. Remax Hustle, excuse me. And Remax Hustle is the same way. Go through 2 to 3 steps to create those videos inside there. So I have a couple of tasks for you to do from here. We're going to go back to sharing the screen. And I've got to find my mouse. Where'd my mouse go? There it goes. All right, so a couple of tasks that we want to make sure that you complete before the end of the week. Finish the brand checkup survey. Download any of your listing marketing materials from Megaphone. Download the Photofy app if you're interested, and also create a hustle video or graphic to share on social. And as always, if you have any questions or some new support questions or answers, please reach out to product support using the support services tile inside Mac Center. You can call product support and you can text them, or you can send an email to product support. Now, before we jump over to the questions, we do want to give you some reminders here that all of these, you can download the custom web ad exercises, training materials, and presentation slides. Take a photo of this with your phone, because this is case sensitive. And if you don't type it in right, you'll actually not have access to those. So by taking a photo of it, you always have the exact URLs for those pages. So we give you a couple of more seconds to do that. And I'm going to jump over. Jacob, do we have any questions?
Most of them I have answered. I'm just looking really quickly here. Just the one question that just came in that I think we can answer live is, may have missed it, but where does the ad go through Megaphone? What platforms does it publish to? I think we're talking in reference to the web ad. Could you answer where that goes directly?
Okay, so the web ad actually, when you do a web
And then
ad,
can you go back to the previous screen as well too, Tim?
the
I'm sorry, the
URLs.
one that has all the slides on it.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. Thank
All
you.
right, so web ads actually would be is displayed on websites. I don't have a complete list of what websites they're being displayed to. That's actually handled by a third party that Megaphone pushes those ads out to. It's based upon a bidding process, and I don't know that complete step of it. But if you select golf as a category, it's going to push that ad out to websites that pertain to golf, or if it's waterfront, or if it's fishing, or if it's remodeling, investors. Depending on the category that you select is going to determine what types of websites that it's going to be posted to. Okay, any other questions? We're going to leave this up for about another 30 seconds, and then we're going to,
I'll just, yeah, go ahead, Tim. Sorry about that.
okay. We're going to go ahead and give everybody a 5-minute break. We actually ran 5 minutes over from here. We have another class starting in 5 minutes. So we'll go ahead and continue to answer the questions in the chat. But at this point, we're going to go ahead and start that 5-minute break and see everybody back in 5 minutes.